Alright, so this is the relamp process of a Brightline SeriesONE studio light. So this is the original. Got 4-bulb mode. This is the 1.4. They also make a 1.2 that only has 2. Same basic process for both. This is the original ballast module for the back of it that will get swapped over to the LED electronics as well as the internals. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need a Phillips screwdriver to open this thing up, or drill. Just remember, when you're tightening things down, don't over tighten them so you don't strip them out. Pair of cutters to cut the wires if you're not going to be reusing any of the parts. Otherwise you can release the wires from the ballasts individually, and you can do it that way, but I'm not reusing any of it. It's going to the electronics recycler, so I'm just going to cut those. And this is the Brightline LED kit. So these works out to about $1,000 for each of these kits to relamp one of these things, and what you end up with is a fully DMX controllable light. And if you order it with the tungsten filter, they'll give you a 3200K filter to put in front of it. The natural color of this is daylight 5600K. With the filter, that'll switch it over to tungsten. So if you're using it in a studio that's already got tungsten color set lights, this will be what you need. So first step, pop out your old bulbs. These guys, if you just pull the light out and it's still on, remember these bulbs do get warm. Pop these guys out. For these old bulbs, remember, you don't want to throw these things in the trash. They do contain mercury. You can, most city dump areas or whatever have places where you can bring them and they'll recycle them properly, or you can order boxes and have them shipped off. But you're not supposed to throw them in the trash because of the mercury content. Once you got all 4 bulbs, pull those out, get those out of your way so you don't break them. Don't want to have to clean up that mess. So inside of here, you've got 4 screws here. You're going to pull all 4 of those. You can hang on to these screws, but your new light kit comes with all the screws that you'll need. So if you lose any of these, don't worry about it. Alright, screws right over there. Slide, so the little fixture, the bulbs light in here. Slide this guy forward some, then it'll lift up and out, and that's out of there. One other thing you're going to need is a 5/16 hex driver. You want one that's got the little hollow tube in there so it can get over the screws, because some of those screws have threads sticking up about yay far and they may bottom out on some of them. So inside of here you have these wires that are going to the sockets over to the side. This is where your reflector attached. There's going to be a new piece that's going to bolt to this that's going to support your LED array. But for this, it's easier to remove this one on this side by the bases, because that'll allow it to be easier to get at these wires and the bases to remove, because you've got a couple screws at this bottom that are in the way if this base is left in there. So remove this guy and just set it off to the side. You'll put it back in afterwards. Pull that out, set that off to the side. Okay, and you've got the wires, you've got a couple of ones down here that are the same thing, 5/16 being held in place. It keeps the wires from bouncing around inside of there. Go ahead and remove those. And then you've got your base here. So down inside of here, there's a bolt here, and then there's 2 in the back. And what you'll need to do, get you a little closer. So we got one nut here, Got two more back here, and these wires just kind of lift them and slide them out of the way, because they're kind of being blocked. So you'll slide those guys back and out of the way some, and that'll let you get the nut driver onto those two so you can pull them out. Back onto there. Alright, so let's pull these. When you're doing this, make sure you remove all the nuts you remove so they're not rattling around inside of there after you go to put the light back together. Nobody likes things rattling around inside of the light fixtures. Other side. Now this is why removing that mount right here, because otherwise it would be in the way of the nut driver trying to get at these two in the back. Be careful with your fingers around the edges of pieces like this, or the reflector. There are a lot of sharp edges. It's easy to get nicked in the process. Take these nuts out. Take that piece out. Alright, so this is the biax base pieces. Since I'm not reusing any of this, at this point I'm just going to cut these wires right here. Take that out. That's going to go to the electronics recycler. Alright, so at this point we now have that piece out, that piece out. We're going to put our mount back in. Alright, so that's back in. Now, you've got two screws on either side that hold this back piece on. So go ahead and pull those. Again, if you lose any of these screws, new ones come in the kit. Alright, that off it comes. There's your old ballast assembly. These have had ballast replaced on them before, but that's the piece that'll then go off to recycle. Anytime I work on anything like these, I like to put a date on them if I had to change out a ballast, so you know when you were last in the thing. That way, if you've got a problem child, you know how often it's a problem child. You have spare parts. Toss those aside. And now let's open up our relamp kit. They pack these guys really well. Lots of tape and lots of packing inside, so they should survive shipping with no problem at all. Alright, so this is your diffuser as well as your tungsten filter if you ordered that. This is the LED array. This is the new LED driver ballasts and module. And this is the support bracket that's going to hold up the new LED array. And that is everything that's in the box. Again, they use plenty of packing and plenty of tape. You don't have to worry about these things not surviving shipping. There's our bracket. It's going to go right there. On the back of the light itself is where your little package of screws and hardware is. So, break this guy open, unwrapped. And this is your new LED array that's replacing those 4 bulbs that were in this. This puts out a tremendous amount of light. If you're looking at, you can find these things on eBay, typically $300-400 each, plus a $1,000 relamp for this thing. You can get yourself some really amazing studio lights for not a whole lot of money compared to some of the alternatives. So this is the hardware. These white screws here attach this piece to the support stand, and they also attach this LED array to that. These are the little clips that they would go through. You can replace the clips that are on this stand. These are the original ones that were there. You can pop these off and slide in new ones. I've not had to replace any of them. It's mostly if they're worn out. The ones that originally were in there have been able to be reused just fine. So replace as needed. So set this guy on here, put your 4 screws in, and this is what's going to hold up and support the LED array itself. You're just snugging these guys up. You don't, if you're using a cordless impact driver or drill, don't overdo it. Not sure, do it with a regular screwdriver so that you don't over tighten them. Alright, so that's in. Now, we need to uncoil our cable. This is what's going to supply power to this array for this unit here. This goes into here and out through one of these holes on the back. Just slide it into here, pass it on through, and lift this guy up and set it down inside of here. Once this thing's lined up, the 4 screw holes will line up with the holes in that support piece. Line that through, pull any of your excess slack on this cable off to the side, and then you take your next 4 white screws and attach this. Again, don't over tighten these guys. They don't need a whole lot of force. Of course, that one's slightly over tightened, but it'll be fine. Good idea for these, go back with your screwdriver, just make sure you're tight but not crazy tight. Alright, so that's in there. There's your mount, that's your light. So now flip this guy over. This guy connects up to this, and they are keyed. They'll only go together one way with that little clip going over that little latch. Once you've done that, lift this guy up. The wires inside, and that goes on like so. Now we're going to put our 4 screws in there, which hold it together. Throw in the rest of these. Turn this guy around. There you go. Light is now fully assembled. At that point, come over here, and if you've got your, you need to use your diffuse filter. Go ahead and unwrap these. Come out. Your diffuse filter comes with a little protective coating on the one side. That's this blue. Don't forget to peel that off, or you're going to have a very weird color for your lights. Just recently trimmed my fingernails, so getting this thing started, not easy, but we'll manage. Alright, so there's your diffuse. The guy slides in there. And then you have this. If you're using, got some protective for shipping, and if you're using tungsten, that filter goes in, and now you have soft light and tungsten. If you don't need tungsten colored lights, or you're using daylight, don't put that piece in, and now you have a daylight colored light. Very straightforward. Alright, controls on the back. Plug in power. Now if you're going to run this in manual mode, turn this on and take this number to 900, between 901 and 999 is running this light in manual mode, and 901 is 1%, 999 is 100% brightness. So, and you can just press the little up down arrows right here. So 000 is 100% brightness, and as you go down, it will get dimmer. It reacts when you release, so if you scroll it down to, there's 37%, etc., etc., etc. If you go up to 1 on up, so this is the DMX mode. So if you're 001, 2, 3, 4, that's your DMX number. So if you're setting this to run with a light controller, that's how you set it. Really simple. You got 2 bulb option, and then you have 4 bulb option. Obviously, since we have this in DMX now, without DMX feeding into it, it wouldn't brighten up. But I can take this back to manual mode, and now we're in manual, and both banks are on. That's it. Super simple, super easy, and no more changing out fluorescent bulbs in this guy. There you enjoy, and if you need some good studio lights, buy these things cheap, get the relamp kit, and you'll have a light that you'll be able to use for many years. One little last bit. If for some reason you were going to try and reuse these pieces on other things, you didn't want to cut these wires, the ballasts themselves have little push ends right here. Take a little small flat blade, press on that, it'll release each of the wires. You can separate it like that without having to cut the wires. But otherwise, if you're not reusing any of the pieces, it's simpler, just cut them.